Another day, another story. No, our Sun, a yellow dwarf, is merely medium-sized. The biggest sun discovered in the universe would be Scuti, a red supergiant, which resides 9,500 light-years away from us. In 1860, it was discovered by German astronomers, and we later discovered its radius spanned over 1 billion kilometers or 621 million miles. The diameter is twice that. While it is massive and provides the energy necessary for life on Earth, it is relatively small compared to many other stars. Welcome to Tabo Eminent Channel. Stars come in a wide range of sizes, from tiny red dwarfs to colossal supergiants. Comparisons to larger stars. Supergiants. Stars like Betelgeuse and VY Canis Majoris are much larger than the Sun. For example, if Betelgeuse were placed in the center of our solar system, it could extend beyond the orbit of Jupiter. Hypergiants. Stars such as Scuti and Stephenson 218 are among the largest stars known. Their radii are thousands of times greater than the Sun's. Massive stars. Stars like R136A1, located in the Large Magellanic Cloud, are not only larger in size but also far more massive and luminous than the Sun. How the Sun compares radius. The Sun's radius is about 696,340 kilometers, making it an average-sized star categorized as a G-type main sequence star, or a yellow dwarf. Mass. Its mass is about 1 solar mass, a standard unit for measuring stellar mass. While some stars can have dozens or even hundreds of solar masses. The Sun is significant for us because of its proximity, but in the grand scale of the universe, it is a medium-sized star. The Sun, our star, but not the biggest. The Sun is a vital force in our solar system, anchoring the planets in its gravitational embrace and providing the light and warmth necessary for life on Earth. At about 1.39 million kilometers in diameter, it's big enough to fit 1.3 million Earths inside it. Yet, in the grand cosmic scale, our Sun is merely average. The giants of the universe is filled with stars of incredible variety, many of which dwarf our Sun in size, mass, and brightness. Betelgeuse. The red giant Betelgeuse is a red supergiant located in the constellation Orion, about 700 light-years away. With a radius roughly 700 times that of the Sun, it's so large that, if placed in the center of our solar system, its outer edges would extend beyond Mars, possibly approaching Jupiter. Betelgeuse is nearing the end of its life and will eventually explode as a supernova. Scuti. The hypergiant Scuti, once considered the largest star by radius, lies about 9,500 light-years away in the constellation Scutum. Its radius is estimated to be 1,700 times that of the Sun. Imagine a star so vast that if it were at the Sun's position, it would engulf the orbits of Mercury, Venus, Earth, and even Mars. Stephenson 218. The current size champion Stephenson 218, located about 20,000 light-years away in the constellation Scutum, holds the title of the largest known star by radius. It has a radius approximately 2,150 times that of the Sun, making it truly mind-boggling in scale. If it replaced the Sun, its surface would reach beyond Saturn's orbit. R136A1, a massive star. R136A1, a member of the R136 star cluster, is not as large in diameter as the giants mentioned above but is far more massive. With a mass over 200 times that of the Sun, it burns incredibly brightly and hot, emitting energy at a rate millions of times greater than our Sun. Tiny stars that contrast the giants at the other end of the spectrum are stars like red dwarfs, which are smaller, cooler, and less luminous than the Sun. These stars, such as Proxima Centauri, our nearest stellar neighbor, are so faint they are invisible to the naked eye despite their abundance in the universe. Perspective on the universe. The Sun may not be the biggest star, but its size and energy are perfectly suited for sustaining life on Earth. In contrast, the supergiants and hypergiants, while awe-inspiring, live brief, violent lives, often ending in dramatic explosions like supernovae or collapsing into black holes. The diversity of stars reminds us of the vastness of the universe and the uniqueness of our own solar system. Despite being average in size, the Sun is exceptional for us because it is just right for supporting the delicate balance of life on our planet. The Sun, a tiny spark in a sea of giants in the quiet corner of an unremarkable spiral galaxy called the Milky Way, a bright yellow star quietly burns in the vacuum of space. This is our Sun, a G-type main sequence star, neither the largest nor the smallest, but extraordinarily important to the billions of creatures that call Earth home. Yet, the Sun's brilliance, while dazzling to us, pales in comparison to the titanic stars scattered throughout the universe. To truly understand the Sun's place, we must journey into the cosmos, where the boundaries of imagination are tested by the scale of the universe. Journey to the giants. Imagine standing on a hypothetical spaceship, equipped to traverse the galaxy in moments. As you leave the comforting warmth of the Sun, you encounter the red giants. These are stars like Aldebaran or Arcturus, which are nearing the end of their lives, bloated to enormous sizes. Their surfaces are cooler, glowing a soft orange or red, but their sheer volume dwarfs our Sun. If Aldebaran were the Sun, it would engulf the orbit of Mercury. Continue further, and you arrive at the domain of the supergiants, like Betelgeuse, a fiery red titan in the constellation Orion. Betelgeuse is a drama queen among stars, visibly fluctuating in brightness as it nears the end of its stellar life. It's like a cosmic actor rehearsing for the final act, a supernova explosion that will light up the galaxy. The hypergiants, beyond comprehension. Now, let's venture into the realm of the truly incomprehensible, hypergiants. Here lies Uy Scuti, a star so immense that if it replaced our Sun, it would stretch far beyond Jupiter's orbit. Imagine a world where the Sun rises, not as a small disk, but as a monstrous wall of fire consuming half the sky. Uy Scuti's size challenges the very definitions of measurement and scale. Even more massive is Stephenson 218, a hypergiant whose dimensions are staggering. If Earth were a golf ball, Stephenson 218 would be as wide as a football stadium. The luminous titans. But size isn't everything. Some stars, like R13601, are smaller in volume than the hypergiants but far more massive and luminous. Located in a distant star cluster, R13601 shines brighter than millions of suns combined. Its surface temperature exceeds 50,000 degrees Kelvin, making it a blistering blue-white beacon in the cosmos. The silent dwarfs. After the spectacle of giants, we find ourselves among the quiet dwarfs. Red dwarfs like Proxima Centauri, our Sun's nearest neighbor, are small and dim, burning their fuel so slowly that they can live for trillions of years. These unassuming stars dominate the galaxy by sheer number, making up about 70% of all stars. The Sun, a perfect balance returning to our solar system. We see the Sun in a new light. It isn't the biggest, brightest, or most spectacular star. But it is just right, stable enough to sustain life over billions of years, bright enough to warm our planet without scorching it, and distant enough to give Earth the room to thrive. Epilogue. The Sun's future. Even the Sun's story has a finite arc. In about 5 billion years, it will begin its transformation into a red giant, expanding and swallowing Mercury, Venus, and perhaps even Earth. Eventually, it will shed its outer layers, leaving behind a glowing remnant, a white dwarf, the final quiet heartbeat of a star that once gave life to a tiny blue world. As we gaze up at the Sun, we are reminded that it is not the biggest star, but for us, it is the most important star in the universe. Thanks for watching. Request you to subscribe the channel.